everyone, my name is Alice Lisupaya. My matrix number 33DPC1F1033. Today we are here to discuss about types of data provided by portal, which is time series data and open data. For my part, I will explain about time series data. The topic that I selected for the time series data is environment. Data pertaining to river water quality status are obtained from the Department of Environment from 2009 until 2018. River water quality monitoring program conducted by DOE to establish the status of river water quality to detect changes in water quality as a result of development activities and also to identify the sources of pollution. Water samples collected from monitoring stations and analyzed to derive the water quality index. The 6 parameters which analyze are biochemical oxygen demand, ammoniacal nitrogen, suspended solids, chemical oxygen demand, pH value and dissolved oxygen. As a result, river water quality could be classified into 3 categories, namely clean, slightly polluted and polluted. This is the line graph for number of river basin monitored by category Malaysia 2009 to 2018. Tabulation of line graph. Let me explain about line graph. The line graph shows that the number of river basin monitored by category Malaysia 2009 to 2018. Then it will show 3 different types of water quantity, which is polluted, slightly polluted and clean from year 2009 to 2018. The y-axis of line graph represent total river basin monitor and the x-axis of line graph represent years. First of all, the number of river basin monitored by category polluted increased slightly from 2009 to 2010. Then it will decrease dramatically from 2014 to 2015. Therefore, the number of river basin monitored by category polluted also dropped gently from 2017 to 2018. Besides that, the number of river basin monitored by category slightly polluted decreased suddenly from 2010 to 2011. It will increase steadily from 2015 to 2016 and remains constant until 2017. The number of river basin monitored by category slightly polluted declined dramatically from 2017 to 2018. However, the number of river basin monitored by category clean grew sharply from 2010 to 2011. It will decrease gradually from 2011 to 2012 and it stabilized until 2013. And the number of river basin monitored by category clean increased suddenly from 2017 to 2018. Okay, let's look out suggestion. My suggestion to reduce category of polluted and slightly polluted is green agriculture, storm water management, water conservation, and we should do wastewater treatment. In conclusion, I can observe that the line graph of number of river basin monitored by category Malaysia fluctuated from 2009 to 2018. Therefore, water pollution is indeed a very serious concern because it has not only as an impact on health but also can have negative effects on various industries and agriculture. That's all for me.
Hello madam, my name is Agesh. My matric number is 33 DPC 19F1037. The type of data that I choose to present is open data. Let's move on to the introduction. The topic that I was selected for open data is proportion of infant immunized against MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio in Malaysia from year 2007 until 2016. Immunization, also called vaccination, shots. It is an important way to protect an infant's health. Vaccinations can prevent more than a dozen serious diseases. Failure to vaccinate may mean putting children at risk for serious and sometimes fatal diseases. Infants are particularly vulnerable to infection. That is why it is so important to protect them with immunizations. Immunizations help prevent the spread of disease that protect infants and toddlers against dangerous complications. Now let's move on to the graph. So this is the graph of the proportion of infant immunized against MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio in Malaysia from year 2007 until 2016. Let's move next, the explanation of the graph. The bar graph shows the proportion of infant immunized against MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio from year 2007 until 2016. The graph shows 4 immunized category, which is also stated on the title. MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio. The x-axis of the bar graph represents year, and the y-axis of the bar graph represents the percentage of immune category. Next, let's move on to the major trends of the graph. The proportion of infant immunized against MMR slightly increased from year 2007 to 2008. Then it will dramatically fall from the year 2013 to 2014. Lastly, it will sharply rise from the year 2015 to 2016. Next, the proportion of the infant immunized against DPT gently dropped from the year 2009 to 2010. Then it will slightly increase from the year 2011 to 2012. Lastly, it will suddenly fall from the year 2015 to 2016. Next, the proportion of infant immunized against hepatitis B sharply grew from the year 2010 to 2011. Then it will gradually decrease the year 2013 to the following year. Lastly, it will steadily increase from the year from 2015 to 2016. Lastly, the proportion of infant immunized against polio dramatically went up from the year 2008 to 2009. Then it will steeply decline from the year 2009 to 2010. And then lastly, it will gradually increase from the year 2015 to the 2016 year. This is the statistic of the proportion of infant immunized against the four major vaccinations, type of vaccinations. Okay, let's move on to the suggestions. Okay, the first suggestion I'd like to suggest is to raise awareness about the MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio among infants, because these are the diseases that can be fatal to the infants, and the parents or the caregivers must always have the awareness about these fatal diseases, so they will not miss their vaccination schedule. Next, the infant healthcare centers should operate for more hours per day, because people tend to be late for the immunization schedule due to their work. Because nowadays people are really busy with their works, and then they also tend to forget about their infant immunization schedule. So when they come back from work, it will be too late for the center to be operate. So I suggest the infant healthcare should be operate for more hours. And then lastly, The healthcare provider should make a reminder for every parent who's having infants so they don't miss the immunization schedule of the babies. For example, they also can give phone call reminders or text message reminders. This will help them to keep their schedule up to date with their child immunization schedule. In conclusion, the bar graph of proportion of infant immunized against MMR, DPT, hepatitis B, and polio was undulated. MOA, the Ministry of Health needs to continue the collaborative effort with other agencies and religious bodies and the social media, given the complexity of vaccine hesitancy and the limited evidence available on how it can be addressed. Thank you, Madam.